Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to a nice day here. We're going to go ahead and go for a drive in the Silverado and just talk about some cars. And today's topic, I guess, would be American sports cars and muscle cars. And if you guys are new to the channel, every once in a while I do a video like this where I'll, we'll just go for a drive and talk about some cars that are out right now or coming out, and just kind of chat about vehicles, what we all like to do, right? So, like I said, we want to talk about some American cars today because really, obviously, I'm a huge fan of American sports cars and muscle cars, but we are living in like the ultimate time for these vehicles. Every year I keep saying that for the last few years. Like, how can it get better? And can you imagine 5 years from now? Whatever. Well, that's happened, and it just continues to get better and better and better, and it's so surprising to me. But anyways, let's jump right into it, and let's talk about some muscle cars going that are coming out, or that have been out, whatever. First, I want to talk about the Camaro because the ZL1 obviously has been out for a bit, but I'm a huge Chevy guy and big fan of the Camaro, and I really like that new ZL1. It looks great. The performance of it so far is pretty astonishing, and just from the little that we've got to watch or see about it, and so I think it's just I know I'm biased because I'm a big Chevy guy and I own a Camaro, but I don't know if there's like a better muscle car out there right now. Obviously, they're all good, but I love that new ZL1. It's got amazing power, the 650 horsepower, 650 torque, perfect amount of power. It's actually got some good aero on it, which is kind of unique because muscle cars never have aero, and so it actually has some good stuff there. The interior's way better than the last one, which is the one I own, and all around it's just a great car. It's got good technology. I feel like it's a drivable everyday car, but also you can probably take it to the track and destroy some stuff, or at least put up some amazing numbers for being a full-blown heavy muscle car. So, anyways, ZL1 is awesome. We'll go to the next car, which is the Mustang GT350, which has been out for quite a while, and that's a really cool car. A colleague of mine has one, and it's just an amazing car, and it's quite impressive, actually, what it can do. And I really actually like it for being a Mustang. I'm not a big Mustang guy, and it's a nice vehicle. But Mustang did just release, or I shouldn't say Mustang, Ford just released a new body style for the Mustang GT, and I'm not 100% sold on it. It's grown on me a little bit with the darker colors that they released pictures of, and some of the other stuff I've seen on YouTube. But I really don't like that front end. It just doesn't do it for me. But I felt that way about last generation Mustangs, and you can kind of see why they did it with the GT350. They did that body style for the GT350, in my opinion. So maybe they're doing this body style for the GT500 that is, everybody keeps talking about coming out. So maybe when the GT500 comes out, that body style will get a little bit, it'll get revamped a little bit and have a little bit more aggressive look to it, and a little less droopy look, in my opinion, is kind of how it looks. But it's exciting. I'm sure the new GT500's got to be coming out soon, and when that comes out, it's going to be cool because that GT350 was awesome, and it still is awesome. So if they're going to put forward some awesome technology like that and do the GT500 lineup, it's going to be cool. Very exciting. The next, obviously, everybody knows, is Dodge, and Dodge, they're an awesome company because they really don't care about anybody's opinion. We're going 40 and slowing down still, almost 35 miles an hour in a 60. God, I hate some people. Dodge really throws a middle finger out, like the Hellcat. Everybody, when the Hellcat came out or was released, it was really a weird time. A lot of people, a lot of companies were talking, like Ford was talking about the EcoBoost, and Chevy, I think, was actually starting to talk about doing turbocharged 4 cylinders and all that stuff, and everybody was talking about hybrids and turbochargers and smaller, displacement, better fuel economy, all that stuff. And then Dodge releases a 707 horsepower supercharged V8, and it was just so cool, that they do that. They don't care, they just do whatever they want. So everybody knows about the Hellcat. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the Hellcat because it's just such an old, like, chassis, basically. It's just such an old technology, basically, with a shitload of horsepower. So it doesn't do much, in my opinion, except for haul ass in a straight line and sound really cool. But I'm not complaining about it. It's just something I would never want to own. So that's the Hellcat. Now, a few weeks ago, back at the North American International Auto Show, which in my opinion was kind of a big disappointment, but that's for another day. There just wasn't much cool stuff that was unveiled or talked about there, but like I said, that's for another day. So during that, Dodge released a little video which was really cool, you know, typical Dodge doing cool cinematic stuff. It was like a Michael Bay type trailer of this new car. Now, weekly updates have come after that, and it's been like 30-second little videos that really haven't been much, but enough to get an idea. So it's going to be the Dodge Demon, and everybody keeps talking about, you know, 850 horsepower. You know, at first it was like, oh, it's going to be all-wheel drive. Well, that's kind of, I think that's been debunked. It's not going to be all-wheel drive. And then, you know, there's been a bunch of rumors, and then there's been a couple pictures from those videos, and it looks like it's going to be a drag car. And I was really excited at first to see maybe, you know, maybe they were going to change up and incorporate some new technology, make it lighter, which they say they are making it lighter, but it really needs to be like it needs to be a lot lighter. And then I thought maybe they'd revamp the technology, make it a little bit different chassis, but it kind of looks like it's going to be the same as the Hellcat, just with a lot of horsepower, and maybe strictly kind of a drag car, which I don't get. You know, I'm pretty sure Dodge already has a car that they manufacture that's strictly a drag car, just like, you know, Camaro has the Copo, and I think Mustang's the Cobra Jet. I think that's what it's called, but they're strictly drag cars, and that's what, you know, like the tires on the back of this new Demon, they look like drag radials. I don't know. I'm curious to see what it is. I'm excited because I'm sure it's going to be an insane amount of horsepower, and it's going to be just crazy like the Hellcat is. But I know, we'll see. It seems kind of like a backward ass strategy on what they're doing here, but like I said, we'll see what happens here in the next few weeks. Like I said, weekly updates are coming from that. Now to get into the really exciting topic, for me at least, is the American super car or sports car or whatever. So sad news first. We all known that Dodge has killed the Viper program, so Viper's no longer around, which really sucks because I've actually always been a fan of Viper. They're cool and rare, but you know, it is what it is. It's going away. Maybe one day it'll make a comeback again. But yeah, so that kind of sucks that it's going away. But that's ended. But what's exciting is Ford and Chevy. And Ford obviously has the Ford GT, which is really going to be a cool car. I think it's stupid. It's a $450,000 car, and it's got plastic, and the seats are too close, and it's got a V6. But it's still going to be cool. Ford's not going to put out something that's not going to perform well or that's going to be garbage. It's going to be nice. I'm very excited to start seeing some videos on that, which hopefully maybe by the end of this year or into summer, we'll start seeing a little bit more on that. But everybody kind of knows about that car, so we won't get too much into it. But what's really exciting, oh my gosh, my phone just went off 4 times. Hold on, I'm not texting and driving. Oh, jeez. Who emails me on a Saturday about work? Come on, guys. Anyways, so what I'm truly excited about is some leaked pictures that just came out of the Corvette mid-engine, maybe a C8. Now, it's definitely going to be a mid-engine model. Whatever it is, it's a mid-engine. It's got to be. The way these pictures are, you can't deny it. It's going to be cool. So what is kind of up for question, I guess, is, you know, is it going to be a C8 or a C6 or a C7? I apologize. You know, these leaked pictures that had a C7, like A-pillar and window and mirrors, everything about that was C7. Everything else was different, though. You know, the back end was totally different. It was a mid-engine. The front was a little bit different from what we could see. So it's kind of a mixture right now, and I think it's going to be a C8 the way they're doing it, because there is most likely a ZR1 coming out in the C7 form. So I believe they're going to do a C8 mid-engine, and They're probably just put in this, you know, the whole middle area as a C7 because either one, they're not done designing it, or two, they don't want people to truly see what it's going to be. They're just testing right now. Now, I don't want to get too much into it because actually Mike from Street Speed 717 just made a video a couple days ago that really is really great information and great ideas, and it makes more sense of what it actually could be and how they're going to do it. And really, that's kind of where I've got a lot of my information is from his video and a couple others. So I don't want to steal all their, you know, topics and everything like that, because I totally agree with what they're saying on some of them. So anyways, C8 Corvette is most likely what I think it's going to be, mid-engine. I think Chevy's building it to compete with the Ford GT, kind of shove it up Ford's ass, maybe beat them with a $150,000 car and beat their $450,000 car. I also think it's going to start competing because the C7 Z06 is already kind of competing with like the lower end McLarens and even like the Huracan and R8, all that kind of stuff. It kind of is competing with it. It's not really in direct competition, but it's throwing up numbers like their numbers are for a fraction of the price. So I think they're going to do this mid-engine and raise the price a little bit, maybe like 150 grand or so, and then they're going to destroy some of these $400,000 cars. I hope they do, at least. We'll see if that actually happens. So anyways, that's kind of what's going on in the American car world right now as far as just cars. Obviously there's a lot of cool stuff with their trucks coming out and all that good stuff, but we'll save that for the next video. But anyways, the Z01 GT350, new GT, maybe a GT500, the Dodge Demon, that's going to be something else. And then obviously we should start seeing the Ford GTs rolling around here hopefully in the next 6 months. I really think we might see some of them moving around, which would be awesome. And then hopefully, I would hope in the next year or so we find out what the heck that mid-engine Corvette is going to be. So very exciting time to be alive if you're a car fanatic and an American car manufacturer fanatic, which I am. I'm like so giddy about it. I can't wait. But anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. I don't want to run too long here. And anyways, thank you guys so much. I've noticed some new subscribers popping up here and there, and I gotta say I appreciate it. I know right now there's not a lot of crazy good content, crazy content or much content coming out, but summer is rolling around. We're getting to the point where some nicer weather is in the future, and we're gonna get the Camaro out. And when the Camaro's out, it's so much easier just to always have the GoPro in there and just talk about cars and topics and fun stuff. And that's what we're gonna do, and obviously do some fun driving and get you guys. I want to get some POV shots and all that good stuff this summer in that car, and a bunch of other stuff when the weather finally gets nicer and we get more daylight. So anyways, not to ramble on, I just really appreciate the new subscribers, and stay on the channel, and I promise there's gonna be more content and fun stuff coming up. So thank you guys so much for watching again. I hope you enjoyed it. Take it easy.